And we are live. Let me move this really quickly. Nope, we want this. Nope, we're off to a great start. There we go. What's going on? Oh, whoa. That was a bunch of, I think, delayed sponsors. Thank you, Weave, Jed, Adrian, Nero, Daniel, and Steve for becoming a sponsor. I think that was a really delayed notification from before, but what's up, everybody? It is Monday night. We don't normally stream on Mondays. I did realize just as we were going live that the delay is set to maximum, so there's like 25 seconds between me doing something and you seeing something. So if you say something and you're frustrated and why I'm not responding when I'm trying to do something, it's because I have to wait 30 seconds to see. So yeah, very on brand for Monday. So we've got the Qidi Tech, or Qidi Tech, I think is how you say it, like Qidi, C-H-I-D-I, I think is how it's pronounced. Qidi Tech X Max 3. That wasn't supposed to be here today, but it showed up and it took up almost the entirety of the haul. And so we've got Aaron's family coming in tomorrow, and I said, there's no way she's gonna let me leave this here for some days. So we are going to get this unboxed so I can get this box out of here. We'll basically take it out of the box, see what the first impressions are, get it powered on, do whatever initial calibration there is, and then run a print. The game plan is we'll stream for probably about 2 hours, so not as long as our normal Wednesday streams. We are still streaming on Wednesday, so this is in addition to and not in replace of. But I hope everyone's doing great. Let's see who's all here. We got Duff, BB's, Alien, Tez is in the house, OGK. Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, let's do a quick little run through here on some of the highlights of this. So this is their brand new large CoreXY 3D printer. It has got automatic bed leveling, a heated chamber. It has got, if I'm not mistaken, it's got carbon fiber rods for x-axis. They're claiming a 35 millimeters, cubic millimeters per second of flow. We'll see if that's true. With print speeds of 600 millimeters a second and an acceleration of 20,000. So we will see. What's up? Luke's in the house. Nuno's here. Zombie's here. What's going on? Lurking for a bit. No worries. I've got literally my widest angle lenses on because I just, like, you couldn't see anything. So I was like, let's just see if we get everything as far back as we can, if we can kind of see what's going on. So the thing that's really cool is that it is running Klipper firmware, which is awesome. As far as I know, this is the first line of Qidi machines that I've called it Qidi Tech and Qidi. I think it's Qidi, so we're gonna stick with that. Hey Daniel, what's up, Viking? Thanks for remembering me and start the stream right when I left work. Oh no. What's up, Ray? So yeah, the fact that it's running Klipper is very cool. I'm super curious. Someone asked about multi-material, and I think that inside of the toolhead, someone saw there's a filament cutter, sort of like what the Bambu machines have. So makes me wonder if that's foreshadowing what's potentially going to be coming. But if it is running Klipper, then in theory, you should be able to run something like the Enraged Rabbit carrot feeder that we're building. So that might be kind of cool to test this out. Q-Tech it is. Yeah, you call it whatever you want. To me, like, I look at it and I see Qidi, but I believe Q is pronounced like chi, like CH. So I'm gonna probably go back and forth between the two this entire stream until it's annoying. So bear with me. But yeah, it looks very cool. All metal hot end, again, CoreXY 2209s. It's a very big machine. I think that one of the biggest, I would say maybe the two biggest gripes when people have talked to me about the Bambu printers has been closed up firmware, which this is not, although again, a lot of the parts are going to be proprietary, but closed up firmware, which just is running Klipper, and that the build volume's not big enough. And 325 by 325 is huge. I couldn't tell you the last time I've needed to print anything above like 225, like 235. But if you are someone that likes to print big, then that is an option. And again, the fact that it has the heated chamber is going to be pretty cool, especially for printing with ABSs, polycarbonates, or anything that's in that higher temp range. So you say what? Thank you, Liz. Yes, Qidi. Every time there's it's funny because I know that I pronounce things wrong in videos, especially some of the printers over the years. And like, I always do my best to pronounce it the way I think it is, or what I think will not trigger people the most. And there's always a few people that are like, you're saying it wrong. So So the box weighs 32 kilograms, which is what, 2.2 pounds? It's gonna be 66 plus, it's a lot, it's like 70 pounds. So, and I don't have space to put this on the ground. So my game plan and what Jack recommended a moment ago was to try to cut the box around the bottom and just lift it off. I think we maybe have clearance. So we're gonna try to do that. And if that doesn't work, I will figure out a backup plan. But I'm hoping there's at least enough layer of foam around this that I'm not going to be cutting the actual printer itself here. How's everybody's Monday? It feels very odd to be streaming, one, on a Monday, and two, late. Like, I mean, we normally stream 5 hours earlier than this, so, but I work Mondays, so I waited till after. All right. So, did that cut through? No, no, it didn't. It's a very strong box. All right, let's try it one more time. See if I apply a little bit more pressure. I have no idea if this is going to work. If not, we'll figure out something else, but it seems like maybe it's loosening up a bit. All right. Yeah, let's see. Nope. Maybe if I start tearing at it. That might work. All right, let's see. This side's tearing. Okay, we're making some progress. I think it's the front that still needs a little bit more. Ooh. Okay, that should be it. Yes, okay. Do we have the height we need? This space is definitely not built to accommodate machines this big. I'm gonna miss chat for a sec. Sorry, everybody. Oh, something fell out. Okay. Let me see if I can get this between the camera. I don't think I can get it without hitting the camera slightly, so bear with me. I'm glad I put shorts on. Hey. Oh my god. Woo! All right. Woo! All right. We did it. Man, that worked at least as good as I thought it was going to. But yeah, there's no way. There's cables and printers. I have no space to put this on the ground. So I think now that we've got that, could probably slide off the corners like this. He's missing chat. Time to say all the things. No, I'm reading. After supper, but I made a coffee. Oh no. I was doing that for a while, but I'm just such a spazzy person that it would make me. Man, is there handles on this sometimes? Yes. Okay. So there's handles. Let's see if I move this to the left. If I can shimmy this to the right. It's all about. Use your chin. All right, here we go. All right, let's turn this around. Woo! You gotta work smarter and not harder. Yeah, I used to do coffee at night because I typically work at night. But although it does seem to help kind of kick my butt into gear, I like, it takes me forever to have the ramping down part of it. So then I end up being up till like 2, 3 in the morning working on stuff, and even when I want to sleep, I can't. So I probably don't have coffee enough. I would imagine for those that have coffee a lot, like you build up a tolerance to it. I just don't have it enough. So every time I have it, or a Monster like we've seen on stream, even though I haven't had those in a while, I get very, very quick up, and then usually later in the stream I crash out. Hey Zombie, thank you for the banana. Cheers, buddy. Hey, Wham Bam's in the house. Peter checking in. How's it going? Yeah, we are doing a Monday stream to get this out of the box. It's still big as is. There's no way around that. But my in-laws fly in tomorrow to visit our son and hang out for a few days, and I'm like, there's no way Erin's gonna let me keep this massive box in the living room. Like, she's a saint. She puts up with a lot, but I'm like, this is probably drawing the line. Okay, let's cut off the last bit of wrap here, and then I think we are looking pretty. All right, I'm gonna reward myself with a slight break here. Yeah, this is, Qidi's had this sort of bulky case for a while, at least on the iFast, and even on their previous machines, I feel like they've had this sort of setup, and it's nice. Like, they do a good job. It does make the machines bulkier than they would be, but it at least looks nice. Hey, thank you very much. Thanks, Jack, for the $2 donation. Cheers. Yeah, the build volume is 325 by 325 by 325, so all sides. What I am curious about is the heater on this one. It says that it's got a 900 watt rated power, which is a fair bit, but I'm curious about the bed. I know that I've seen a few people point out that the bed is a PCB heater bed, which isn't exactly my favorite. This is nice, a little clear top. Which isn't exactly my favorite, and I'm wondering if they stuck with that for this big bed as well, because I would think that the larger we're going with PCB beds, that the easier it's going to be for it to sort of warp over time. So, Turtle, thanks for becoming a member. I don't know, hopefully your notification will pop up, but I saw your notification before. I don't really know the best way to tackle this, so we're going to start pulling things out of the top here. I don't know why notifications aren't working. It's a little bit of a bummer. Let's see. So all the cameras are, normally I have one behind me here, but because of how big it was, it didn't really make sense. So I'll probably have to move around to the front side of this and kind of show you guys maybe from here. So I can still see chat, which is nice. Hi, everybody. But let's see. Let's see what's inside here. So see if I can do this in a way where you guys can actually see what the heck is going on. So, pull this out. This is a big box. Let's see.
For your gyro after lifting the box.
Thank you, Daniel, for the gyro after lifting the box. Hopefully not. I've got a foam roller in the living room that I'll probably use. So kind of cool. It comes with a roll of carbon fiber PETG. So that's kind of neat. Let me pull this out here. It's not a full kilogram. It's 500 grams, but still, compared to what a lot of printers come with, that's nice. It's definitely a engineering material. We've got our standard power cable. We've got our, hopefully you guys can see this all right. This is probably the best I can do angle-wise. I just want to see more stickers. This is the spool holder, which looks like it's just going to snap onto the back. It's just injection molded. We've got some glue stick, which I thought this was powder coated PEI. So if that's the case, I won't be using it, but there is some glue stick in here. Is it focusing? There we go. And then on the other side, hey, Zombie, thank you. Thank you for the box. This feels like pellets. So something tells me it feels like activated carbon. We will cut this in a moment. I don't see a tear. Oh, there's a tear spot. I'm holding it upside down. So I didn't realize that there was or it could be desiccant. No, this looks like, I think this is charcoal. I think this must be charcoal for the filter. So it comes with a bag of charcoal. It could be desiccant. I don't think it is. They look dark, like charcoal pieces, but hopefully the instructions will tell us. And then there is, which it may be desiccant, I suppose, because this looks like it's a dry box of sorts. Let's see if I can get it out. What does the glue taste like? No, not gonna eat it. PC beds tend to warp badly. Yeah, I agree. Over time, they pretty much all do. So We've got this, which I think is, okay, I was wrong. Open the dry box and put in the desiccant, put the filament into the dry box, pass the filament through the connector, insert the PTFE tube. So this is a dry box. It's not an active heating. Oh no, I'm not wrong. So, 1 second here, let's see if you can see this. So inside of here we've got some desiccant. And then this might be, what is this? Like standoffs maybe for the spool. So it doesn't actively dry your filament. So if you're printing with something that's prone to absorbing moisture, like nylons or TPUs, it's not going to remove moisture, but this should at least help you maintain moisture. And there's desiccant, so I guess it would help pull some of the moisture. But it's, I mean, nice to have, but it would be cool if it was an active heater. Although I think that's a lot to ask for a printer purchase and not a separate purchase, but definitely not bad. It's coffee. I'm not smelling it. I don't know. Eat the whole printer. Zombie, you need to buy one of the chocolate printers. The kits are coming available soon. So yeah, you can actually see if I turn this around. Easier said than done. I will be turning this to a minimum, but you can see there's actually the point for it to mount it right here. So we've got spool holder. Just goes in like curved side down, so goes like that, snaps in place like that. And then this guy, I don't know if you want, probably instructions. Yeah, instructions go inward, I think. Like, oh cool, there's a cap. So there's a cap here that will, if you turn it, it'll help keep this in place and from falling off. But then you can load your material onto the back like that and lock it in place like that. And then there's got to be an outlet. Oh yeah, there's a Bowden fitting right here, so you can connect the fitting. Let me see, can I remove it if I press on it? Yeah, you can connect the fitting from right here and feed directly through here. So kind of cool. I mean, the thing is, I'm not really a huge fan of backloading 3D printers because that means that you need to have access to the back of the machine. And a machine of this size, most people are probably going to have on some kind of a rack up against the wall and not on a center desk. Maybe not everybody, but I understand that the side makes it wider. But again, at the same time, I don't know how convenient having a spool holder on the back of the 3D printer really is. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Is that just a me thing? I feel like that seems like it would be a lot of people that wouldn't really care for that too much. I have a really nice Lazy Susan in there. I just don't know if it can support the weight of this printer. So before we open it, I guess let's turn it back around. I'm gonna get my exercise in today's stream. I'll probably end up changing the lens at some point so we can get a little bit closer. On the back of the machine, where that spool holder is, it also looks like there is a filament runout sensor and what looks like Capricorn, but I'm sure it's not like real Capricorn, that feeds into the machine. So a reverse Bowden guide tube. Let's go here so we can see the front of it again. Yeah, I don't like backloading. I'm glad the Ethernet port is in the back instead of front like the original XMAX. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, so on the back of the machine, for anyone that didn't see it, there's the power input, power switch, and there's also an Ethernet jack and what looks like an exhaust fan. And that's pretty much it on the back of it. Let's see. Better on the side. I like top loading as well. Like the X1 with the AMS is really nice, and even on this the second cube, I just have a little filament holder on top that I feed directly down into. But yeah, back's just not ideal. Like on a Voron Zero, it's not so bad because you can easily reach in there. But something like this, it's just not real convenient. So let's take the front off. I don't think there's much else. This screen looks pretty nice. I don't know, maybe like a 5-inch touchscreen, but I think that I was watching Aurora Tech's video on the slightly smaller version, which is the Plus, and it looks like it's just running their own screen firmware setup. I wish it had been running Klipper's screen, since it's running Klipper. I could imagine someone modding this printer to have Klipper screen instead of their screen. I imagine that will happen, but we'll see. We got a large, clear, injection molded door, which it's got magnets. It's pretty nice. a little loud on the slam. Okay. Packing foam. Oop. Packing foam. What I have not seen is any instructions. And something tells me that the reason for that is that the instructions are in that box in the very top. 1 second. You guys won't see me, but you'll hear aggressive sounds for a minute here. I think it was on the last Qidi printer I opened. That was the same thing, and I threw the box out, and there was stuff hidden. Let's see. Could be wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Okay. So if you take the box off the way I did, make sure you open everything. So what do we got? We've got Ethernet cable. We've got a little flathead. We've got a hot end, which we can take a look at this. I'm pretty sure the images or videos of these have already been floating around because it's the same on, why are we not focused? What's going on? So the hot end looks very much so like the Bambu hot end. Like the shape of it, the size of it. We can take off the silicone sock. There's so it's got a pretty large ring heater on it, and this nozzle is hardened steel. I think the one installed on there is not hardened steel. If I remember correctly, they send you two, one for hardened materials and one for not. Although, I mean, I don't think that you really need to switch back and forth unless you're running into issues. I've always typically used, oh come on, silicone sock. I've always typically used the same for both, and it hasn't been real problematic. But I need a mod where there's an extruder on the inlet, like the Bambu AMS. Yeah, so there's the hot end, little guy. Again, very, very similar to, I wish the lighting was a little bit better. There we go. Very, very similar to that of what comes on the X1 or X1 Carbon. Like very, very, I think that the only real difference, just slight difference in the heat sink maybe, and the actual heating element down here. So nice heater PTC, yeah. So I do have, the lighting won't be super great, but maybe if I turn this on, 1 second. I've got one more light right here that I don't normally run, but it might help us a little bit. And this is actually a lens that can zoom. So I can move you guys here. Okay, so inside of the printer, we've got a very, very beefy powder-coated PEI bed, dual-sided, 330 by 330. I believe the build volume that they're advertising is 325 by 325 by 325, but build volume might be a little bit bigger. Hey, what's going on, Gary? Welcome, hi from Florida. How's it going? So we've got that. We've got some really large magnets in the base. It doesn't feel like, sometimes the included powder-coated beds feel really cheap, like real thin. This actually doesn't feel half bad. It's really not bad. And I think I've got to remove these zip ties. And there are, it looks like 3, 6, 9 big magnets. And there's also tabs at the end of here. So if you're putting this in, you just go against the tabs, helps you line it up, and you drop it in, which is nice. It's a small detail, but one that I'm a fan of. Let's cut these big zip ties off of here. Yeah, the magnets also are just screwed into place, which is kind of nice. Like, I don't think they get damaged very often, but if they were to get damaged, you can actually replace them. So I'm just gonna pull. Well, you know what? This is similar to, I'm gonna move this whole entire camera with me today. This isn't how we normally do it, but today we are. So this is similar to on the X1, where there's shipping screws that you need to actually remove before you can, let me turn off autofocus as well. So we need to remove some screws. Let's actually pull out, let me pull out the manual really quick here. I'm sweating. Let's see. Quick start guide. So it says, It says the first thing you need to do is flip the machine on its side to select the voltage of the power supplies. So we did not do that. That doesn't sound super fun if I'm being honest. All right, let's back. Ooh. Back everybody off. Beacon, yeah, beacon won't work with magnets. Wait, is that right? Beacon with magnets is a no-go. I thought you could use it on certain flex plates, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, let's tilt this machine on its side. So I took the top off, so the belts are super beefy. Belts are definitely very beefy. Okay. Oh. Let's not break anything. Okay, just want to make sure I didn't set the printer down on anything like this little plastic thing here. Okay, so we've got dual power supplies. Interesting belt. Interesting belt setup there. Meanwhile, LRS 450, LRS 450. That's nice. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, I think the reason why they have dual PSUs is primarily because of the fact that there's a heater inside of here for the chamber. So, yeah, let's take this bottom panel off. I wasn't planning on doing a ton of dissecting, but we've already got this thing flipped over. We might as well, check out what's going on underneath. Let me really quick flip the voltages. So we are on 115 and we are on hopefully both 115. Yeah, so they were fine. So a lot of screws down here. Like backup PSU. Yeah, dual PSUs are not common. I don't know that I've ever seen a dual PSU. Oh my God, these screws. Can't get it off of the end of the driver. Wow. All right, there we go. Let me try one of these right here. Let's see if this is any easier. Yeah, a little easier. Gosh. It's kind of funny that we're building a V0 on Wednesday, and like this is as far away from a V0 as you can get in terms of weight and size. I like big printers, although most of what I print isn't real big, but man, moving them around, that is not for the faint of heart. All right. Ready? Nope, there's one more. Nope, there's two more. It's false alarm. All right, the final screw. Oh, nope. All right, everybody ready? Let's see, I don't think it's in focus, so. Definitely not in focus now. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Let's get it open. All right. Well, that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting the controller. But it's still kind of interesting to see. Let me show you guys. So that's really just the belt that it's got down there. Let's focus. Let me drop you guys down a little bit. It's been so long getting this camera set up correctly height-wise. That's not at all what I was expecting. I thought for sure that that was where the rest of the electronics were. See if is that a little bit better? Hopefully. Yeah, so I don't know how many motors we've even got. Is it a singular motor? That's a motor. At least I think that's a motor. Yeah, so single It looks like single motor. It looks like the motor is right here. And then this is for tension. You can actually adjust this. So this is an adjustable tension block. Yeah, I thought, that's a beast listening in while driving. Yeah, I thought this is not big enough for you. Gosh. Yeah, I was expecting the controller, but yeah, so it looks like single motor for the Z-axis, and they're tied together. You've got one idler right here, another idler right here, and we have got tension block, maybe two tension blocks. These both look like they can be used as tension blocks on the bottom here. Lots of extra wire on both sides, but it is all at least zip tied together and not loose. So I don't really have any major complaints other than I was hoping that pretty sure the screws remover inside and not on the bottom. Yeah, it's probably true. I mean, there's no other spot because it's an injection molded frame. I don't see where else it could be. So a little bit anticlimactic, but still kind of cool to see, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get this. Nope. Get this back on. I think that's about right. Yeah. Was cool to see the two power supplies though. I think it's the same way for the slightly smaller one as well though. So they all come, it seems like they all come with dual power supplies. Maybe not the smallest one. I don't know if because there's three versions of the X3. There's like the X Max, X Plus, and then the smaller one. And I don't know if the smaller one does. Maybe somebody else can confirm, but I'm not entirely sure. Mainboard is under the bottom cover. Okay, so unscrew from the inside to get to that. If I can see how to do it, we can take a look at it. Otherwise, we'll get this set up. I'm not going to super tighten these since, again, I thought we were hiding the electronics, but we're just hiding the belts. A good idea to keep this covered though, because if something gets into the belts, that would be problematic. So, I mean, you still have some of the belts exposed, but it's not too different than the Bambu printers. Bambu printer, if you flip it over, there's the belt path runs underneath the machine as well. But let me try to do this as quickly as possible. Oops. Of course I say that and then start butterfingering. Is it open source? That's a great question. So the hardware, I highly doubt the hardware is open source. The firmware, since they're saying it's Klipper, it has to be open source. Now, the other part of that question is the firmware already posted to a repository? And to that answer, I will say I have no idea. I haven't. A second. I haven't looked. Part of me kind of doubts that they've already released the firmware, but I don't know. But yeah, they need to. They need to. I mean, it's using Klipper, so definitely need to release it. Okay, 2 more screws. I only see 1 missing screw. Oh no, bottom right. I see it. Bottom left. Other companies run specific builds of Klipper. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know if this is vanilla Klipper. Apple signed with their V400. Very close to X1C. Definitely, if we're using the word inspired, heavily inspired by the X1, that's for sure. But to be fair, I would rather the X1 sort of be the metric than, you know, the Ender 3, which is what it's been for a lot of years now. Okay, so that was, at least, I mean, we had to flip it to check the power supply, so we know power supplies are set correctly. We won't really damage anything here, but that would be not good for trying to heat things up quickly. It would, usually things still run, but it just don't ever reach temp. Okay, so let's open this again. As far as things go inside of here, show you guys what we've got. So in the very back, let's turn on manual focus again. Let's see. Okay, so in the very back here, we have got a fan. And this looks like it's going to be a carbon filter, or where you're going to put the carbon for the filter. I need to look. It says, yeah, it says chamber filter, but this is the exhaust fan. It looks like there's a handle here that you'd pull off, but it's plastic. I don't want to just yank on it. I don't know if there's a screw or a latch or something that I'm missing, but there's an exhaust fan, which is nice to see. The chamber heater is in the left corner. See if you guys can see this at all. It's so dark. I'm like, oh, and I lost you guys. It's hard to move a lot of cables around without tripping something. It'll be back in a sec. Hopefully you guys will be able to see this. How can I do this so you guys can see it a little bit better? Maybe if I move... this guy's $10.99, so $1,099. At least that's the price they're saying right now. They're making it kind of seem like it's an early bird price, but is that the case? I don't actually know. They haven't told me. I asked them specifically, what's the price going to be? And they haven't told me, so... but yeah, there's the heater in the back. Let me see if I can cut. I think we might need to remove the bed screws and slightly lift the bed before I can get these huge zip ties out, but let me try it really quick. There we go. There we go. All right, two of them out. But yeah, so there's a chamber heater in the back corner right there. Hey, what's up, Klipper? I would love to review one of the those nice ModBot. Yeah, site shows. Oh, 1100. Yep. John with the fishy comment. What's up, Dorito? Yeah, $7.99 for the smaller one exactly. And the smaller one's not real small. Am I incorrect in saying it's $275 all around? $275. I think it is $275, but $275 or $275. The small one is already out in the US and by all reports it kicks ass if you're looking for engineering grade filaments. That's awesome. Yeah, let me turn this so you can see too. There is the auxiliary fan, which is really nice to see because if you're trying to print, I don't know how well this will show up. Gary, thank you for the gifted membership. Who got it? Klipper. Thank you very much. Let me move you guys back for a sec here. Definitely, I don't think this machine was designed with the intent of being spun around so much. So let me turn this fully so that I can get the light to shine in for you guys. We'll look at the fan, and then we'll see if there's anything else exciting inside before we just start printing on it. Let's see. Nope, we won't be able to go further than that. Let's try it like that, maybe. Yeah, you guys can see. Okay. So... So there we've got the auxiliary fan mounted on the right side. 280, 280, 270. Okay, so yeah, it's pretty good side. Early bird, eat worm. Don't be like early bird, don't eat worm. So the steppers are inside the chamber. I think so. I'll check in a moment here. But yeah, so fans on the right side, which will be blowing across the build plate, which is going to be really nice for, I mean, most materials, but certainly if you're trying to print things like PLA, PTG, hell, TPU, it'll be really nice. But even for ABS and stuff like that, you might not need a full chamber fan, but it'll help with cooling things. Let's take a look at what else is exciting. Let me cut the zip ties while we're here. Trying to run around, definitely getting my cardio in. Let's see. Let's back out a little bit. There we go. Pull and up. Yeah, so I definitely see one stepper motor. Yeah, John, the stepper motors are inside the chamber. I see one that looks like it's the Z. So you saw the Z, I think. If you look back, actually, when we were looking at the chamber heater, you can see the bottom of a stepper motor, and that's for the Z axis that has the belts wrapped around it. And then X is, it's CoreXY. So yeah, the other two are inside up top. I want to take a look at the tool head. Let's see. I wish I could get a boron something like that for a kit to work on. Yeah, the borons are a lot of fun. So we are, it looks like, yeah, linear rods for the Z-axis. We've got dual lead screw, 4 linear rods. Y is single linear rod. Odd, single linear rod on both sides, and then X is dual carbon rods. And the belts are pretty beefy. Let me drop you guys down a little bit more. I think they might be 9mm belts. Can you guys see that all right? Yeah, that looks, no, maybe not quite. Right about there, maybe. The size of the enclosure is giving me Stratasys vibes. Yeah, it's really beefy inside here. We've got cable chains, same as the Bambu for the tool head. There's no space. I'm gonna come around from the other side. Let's see. All right, hopping on a stool, hopping over the table. Don't fall. Okay, so I am up here. Of course, I left the cutters down here. So let's cut off the zip tie. And that should free, I would think that would free our tool head. Yes. Oh, there's another one in the corner here. Okay, tool head's free. Yeah, 9mm belts. These are beefy. It looks like homing is through an inductive probe, at least in the Y-axis. I'm not sure. For the X, I can't see. It's really, really dark. Does this come off easily? No. Let's see. If you need to remove the front cover, please unlock upwards first. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna come back around. Whoa. There's another zip tie. So wait, is it? I think that was a delay since there's a 30-second delay. I think I got it now. So yeah, it looks like the exact same hot end as the one I showed you guys a moment ago. The only difference is the nozzle. This is definitely not a hardened steel. It looks like plated copper. I believe it's a plated copper nozzle. Extruder is right here. It looks like it's got a really large gear. That is almost reminds me of like a, 1 second here, focus for you guys. That extruder gear almost reminds me of like a Bondtech LGX type gear on the side. That's a very, very beefy, very, very beefy gear. 10mm rods. Is the cover metal? No. The cover is, no, this is plastic. It'd be nice, I guess it'd be nice if it was metal. No, it's like a metallic plastic, and there is a single blower fan, little 24-volt blower fan on the inside here, which if I remember is similar to also Bambu. Yeah, this right here is a very beefy gear. I don't want to disassemble the extruder right now. I just want to make sure everything's working before I screw something up and blame it on the company. But yeah, that I wasn't expecting that. That looks like a very beefy extruder gear, and I'm curious to see how that's going to perform. Let's see if we can get the front cover back on. I don't know how that cable is supposed to route, but I think this just goes in. Nope. Maybe? Nope, there we go. Okay, that's back on. So yeah, I think all that really is left to do is to undo the 2 screws on the bed. Hot-end connectors are on back. Yeah, I actually watched Aurora Tech's video last night. I don't know why last night. I didn't know this was coming today, I knew it was coming this week, just didn't know it was coming today. But yeah, I was curious as to what her thoughts were. We're talking a little bit about Qidi Tech on Twitter yesterday, and I did see that in order to remove the hot end, to swap it for the hardened steel, the process is not simple. You basically have to remove the front cover. I think there's 4 screws on the front, and then 2 screws holding the back cover, and then like another 2 screws. So yeah, definitely not easiest. That's why my game plan is going to be very likely install the hardened steel. Let's try to not unplug this again. Install the hardened steel nozzle or hot end, and then just leave it like that until there's a clog or something that requires me to remove it. So let's get in here and take off these screws. There's 2 on both sides. I think we can power it on after that. I think that's the game plan here. Let me quickly look at the instructions that they sent with it. So it says set power supply, plug in cable. Huh. I don't want to do that before I do this. Cut zip ties, and then 4 screws. Wet the carbon rods with alcohol and gently rub the carbon to clean any debris with a dust-free cloth. Wet the carbon again. Huh, interesting. I don't think you need to do that instantly. That feels like more of a maintenance thing after a while, maybe. Wipe the carbon fiber tube with a cloth and repeat steps 3 to 5 until there's no stain on the print head, bearing, and carbon fiber tube. After cleaning, perform residence compensation. Clean it every 1 to 2 weeks. That's interesting. So you have to have isopropyl alcohol. What? The carbon fiber rods and gently rub the carbon fiber. Interesting. Okay, we can do that. That's fine. Let me grab the right screwdriver. Probably a 2.5. Okay. Let's see. Yay, I was right. Curious about this bed. I think it looks beefy. So when I move this, I'll show you guys. It looks beefier than a PCB bed, but I wonder if it's like an aluminum bed with a PCB heater underneath it. But from the top, I'm looking at least like 6 or 7 millimeters of what appears to be aluminum underneath the spring steel. So we'll see. I'm holding one, have not tried it yet. Carbon fiber rods need to take the dust off where it kills. UCB is for build, bought a 7-foot by 3-foot 3D print. Oh my God. No. Can you tag me in that, Ted? If that's a video, I'll watch it tonight. Partner license some from Bambu, or if there will be some legal issues. So somebody sent me a patent today that said, is Bambu trying to... I'm just gonna move back. You guys, this isn't super exciting, so I don't think you really care about being able to see the screws come out. We'll just go like this. So yeah, somebody sent me a patent today that they said is Bambu filing these patents, and it was a singular patent. It was pretty close to before going live today, and it's been crazy with just work and then taxes stuff. Long story short, for anybody doing your taxes, triple check your taxes. I went there to a tax person, and I went to pick them up today. And I was expecting to owe a lot, but it was north of the highest number I had in my head. And I was really bummed out. I was super bummed out. And after looking at it, I asked if I could sit down with the accountant and go through things. Well, she realized that she entered in one of the values twice. So there was an extra $20,000 entered into my tax return, which put the taxes into the next bracket, which was 22% tax versus 12%. So by removing that, it substantially, I mean, still a ton, it makes me sad, but it substantially lowered that. So if you're doing your taxes, even if you go to a tax person and she's super sweet, mistakes happen. Triple check all of your things. Hey, what's up, David? I'm getting a third for the front of the Voron. Wait, what are you getting a third of? Is it quieter than the Bambu, and can it print wood? Okay, so everything is everything's ready to rock and roll, guys. I'm going to put the camera back to where it originally was. I think I said hi, David, a second ago. If I didn't, hi. Sorry, there's so much happening. My Aaron's family, mom, dad, grandma, brother, and girlfriend are flying out tomorrow, and trying to get some things done before. So it's been a little bit crazy. Okay, let me push this back a little bit. Brr. All right, so let's first turn this on, and we need to clean the those rods. It's a good thing I've got a bunch of IPA and a bunch of napkins. So for anybody curious, I am just going to get some of this IPA. This is 91% isopropyl. Put a little bit on this piece of paper, and then basically just run it up or back and forth on the X-axis rods, because those are the carbon fiber rods, to get rid of any dust, and it is coming back black. So there's definitely some dust. I can show you guys. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm not lying. There's definitely some dust. So good call to do. I guess maybe they don't clean them at the factory before shipping, or even if they do, it still gets a little bit of dust. I need to probably do that on the Bambu printer. It's been telling me for a while, if you're printing with a lot of ABS to clean the rods, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll do it next time. And next time's turned into like a full print of printer parts later. Let's move you. I just want to say, but I accidentally got a minor degree in accounting. That's funny. Well, can I test the taxes part? I used to work for a company that makes the software tax offices use as support. A lot of times, who didn't know where to enter things and would sometimes do that. Yeah. I think, like, so I want to give the benefit of the doubt. She's real sweet, but I mean, at the same time, like, had I not noticed it and just paid, like, we're talking the difference that I owed was like $5,000 or $6,000. It wasn't like, oh, it was $20, $30. No. It was many thousands because of the bracket jump that it caused. But the issue was because we moved halfway through the year, and because I'm like employed, but I was contracted at Lightburn, and then all the YouTube stuff, it was a very messy tax return. So I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. But yeah, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, it was my income that she goofed on. So yeah, just even if you trust the person and they're great, and she's been, you know, an accountant with her firm for, you know, close to a decade, I think. Still, mistakes happen. We're all human, you know. Okay, have you ever seen the original Bambu 3D printer? There's a 3D printer design on GrabCAD for 2012 that features a 3D printer very similar to Bambu Labs. No, that's cool. No, it's the first time I heard of that. Okay, all right, everybody. We are going to power on the printer. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. I heard lots of clicking sounds. I'm not entirely sure what that was. Kind of sounded like a BL Touch, but there's no BL Touch in this. Booting up, please wait. We are human, says the bot. Need Fabrico for a maker fair. Yeah, taxes are never fun. I always try to get them done nice and early, but then there's always things that happen. Like I was waiting this year on the form from the medical insurance, which never ended up shipping. I was like, all right. Not a lot of instructions as far as what to do. Basically, it tells you spray the rods, wipe them down, run input shaping, and profit. I also don't know, maybe I'm just missing it, but is there a micro SD card slot or a flash drive slot or something that I'm missing, or is it yeah, that's weird. I don't see, I hope I'm just blind and it's right in front of me. I don't see any form of place to enter like a flash drive or micro SD card or anything like that. So interesting. Let's bring you guys in here. Yeah, we'll peel, John, we'll peel. We'll bring you guys nice and close for the peel. There we go. All right, here we go. A little dirty. Ooh, double peel. Double peel. This guy's got a little, ooh. I don't know if you guys can hear this. We're gonna get close. Here we go. I don't know if you heard that or not, but I do my best. On top near screen. No, there's nothing up here. This is a black panel. There's nothing on top here, nothing on top here. No, there's no place for a memory card. I find that very, very odd. Okay, let's go through this. You can see this. We'll figure it out, I believe. Okay, remove the zip ties. Cool, we got a nice little graphic. I will say that the screen is not, like, color-wise, not bad, but touch-wise, it's kind of like that soft touch. It's not glass. Like, it doesn't... I know I've been spoiled a bit with Bambu and their glass touch or whatever that gloss touch is, but just know that. Remove the zip ties. Cool. Remove the 4 screws. Cool. I like that it has this. Nice to prevent accidents. About to move the platform. Please make sure the platform is clear. Cool. Bed's lifting. This looks kind of thick to me. Like, if we're looking right here, that doesn't look super thin to me. Did I screw it up? Did I screw something up by doing that? I hope not. No, it's gonna be using... Oh, it is a BL Touch. What? Didn't, Okay, so that, no wonder when I turned it on, I was like, I heard what sounds like a BL Touch. I thought this was using an inductive probe. But you can see, I mean, gosh, just the tip. Right there. There's the BL Touch on the back there. So I can't say that I'm upset. I'm not necessarily the biggest. Sent the link of the original Bambu in the live stream. Just cool, thank you. I'm not the biggest fan of the BL Touch. However, I will say for a chamber that's going to be heated, that's probably not a bad thing, which makes me wonder why they would have gone with it on this route and not the other route. Do you think there's concerns with the BL Touch actually melting, Delmar? Because yeah, with the inductive, I don't really like inductive probes on enclosed printers. I haven't had good experience even with the ones that come in the Borons. So I don't hate that there's a BL Touch, but yeah, there's better options. Let me see what Delmar said. Let me know. Click, click, click. Okay, here we go. Boom. Please wait for the initialization of the platform. All right, toolhead's moving. Yeah, no, it's I will say that the bed moves quite fast. Yeah, that's a BL Touch. I mean, it's probably a 3D Touch. I can't read it, but it says Touch. I can't see if it's 3D or BL. I don't have a good history with BL Touch. Yeah, most of my issue with them was firmware back in the day. Oh, there's foam on the bottom. Boop. It looks like PCB. Looks like it is a PCB bed heater, but it's a very thick PCB bed heater. Like, I'm used to seeing the ones that are on, you know, like Prusa's or Enders. This is really thick in comparison. Do they at least include replacement tips? I don't think so. Z is the only single motor from what I saw. It's right here. That's the Z motor, but it is wrapped around the belt. The belt creates a loop. So the belt's wrapped around the motor, which is then wrapped around this lead screw, which is then wrapped around this lead screw. So similar setup to that of the Bambu, except Bambu's 3, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, X Plus 3, if I remember, I literally just watched Aurora Tech's video yesterday, but if I remember from what I saw, it was an inductive probe. So interesting to see that they went with BL Touch on this. I had no idea. Prior to seeing right there, I was thinking this was an inductive probe. Okay, so now it's saying we want to do our offset, our Z off. Oh, that didn't sound great. That did not sound great at all. I wonder if I had the door go a little bit too far. Oh, I don't know where the little, come around the other side. It came with a, it came with a little piece of paper to help you with getting your Z offset, and I don't see it. I guess I can just use a regular piece of paper, but I kind of wanted to use what they sent. Well, I'm just gonna rip a page out of their guide. Oh, great. That's so typical. I rip a page out of the guide, right? And then I come over here, it's on the ground right in front of me. Awesome. Okay, so you can adjust the Z in 0.01, 0.05, 0.1, and 1 increments, which is nice. Sometimes the built-in sometimes the built-in interface doesn't let you adjust in small amounts, so let me do this really quick. I think we're getting closer. Are we? Can't tell if we're actually getting closer. Weird. Use the up and down arrows on the right to adjust the platform. Make sure the nozzle is touching the leveling paper. I don't think we're moving. Yeah, we're definitely not moving, so that's an issue. Like, none of this is moving the Z. It froze? Well, that's not a super great start. No, forward arrow doesn't seem to do anything. All right, I don't know what's going on. I'm going to kill it and restart it and see if that does it, but can't say that I'm thrilled that the first boot up, it's not going through the calibration like it should be. Well, at least they have 24/7 phone support. Whew, I need some water. Ooh. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know if it, like, wonder if it was like a timeout thing maybe because I waited so long. I don't think I waited all that long though. We'll see. We'll see if it doesn't let us continue, then I don't know what to do other than see if there's a firmware update. Would you do an Ender 5 or a V0.2? I don't recall. I don't really care about build space. Man, I mean, if you don't care about build space, then a 0.2. But you could also get the Ender 5 and do a Mercury 1.1 conversion, which would be a super fun and larger CoreXY 3D printer. Very different machines. Very, very different machines. Early adopter issues. Please turn off the machine and wait for a while, then restarting. Huh. The system starts abnormally. Well, that's a bummer. All right, we're just gonna place it like this, and then we'll let it do its thing for a second. While it's doing that, I am gonna, just for fun, see if there's any kind of files on their website. Like maybe this shipped. I mean, I would think they wouldn't be, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Support, software and firmware. XMAX 3, that is what we got, right? Updated on 0407. Okay, maybe there is an update that I don't have. Unzip, rename the USB drive. Copy the decompressed file to the USB. Contents of the folder. Insert the, wait, oh my God! Oh my God! There's a USB port, guys! It's in the very back. What? So I will say, if it's Klipper, like, since it's running Klipper, I don't know how much I really need to access the USB, but boy, did I not think that it was on the back of the printer. And again, it makes me wonder. It says that this comes with a USB 2.0 flash drive. So I have a feeling that the flash drive might still be in that box, and I just need to dive in further. Let's check. Oh, Steve's here. Hey Steve. Looks like a new brick has been created. Yeah, so it looks like there might be a firmware update, and there also is a flash drive spot in the very back of the printer, right? You can't even see it. It's back here. So I know last time the flash drive was taped to the foam, so I'm gonna just take everything out for a second here. Absolute chaos. Let's see. Okay, so I don't see any sort of flash drive here. Dude, okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. So this is where the flash drive is. This is where, so last time I had one of the, and I should know better, because this is the second Qidi printer. The last one was 2 years ago, and I opened it the exact same way, and I had no space in my living room, so I just threw out the box and was like, where's the PEI bed? Where's the flash drive? It's here. So if you're cutting it like I did from the bottom and lifting up, you need to go around and get all the other things. So let's open this up. I can't blame them, like so far this is on me. The only thing I can blame them for is, I don't know what's going on with the booting sequence. Let's see what's on here though. Let's see. All right, insert USB, wait for the machine to pop up the update button. Okay, but we should still be able to boot. Oh, you're looking at me, not this. Should still be able to boot without it. White USB on white foam, yeah. Who wants a USB port on the front? Build volume is 325, 325, 325, all around. All right, so let's see if we can get this thing to boot now. I am at least happy though that there is a port, period. I was scared for a second, and I know that there are some people that would absolutely be a deal breaker. Even if they don't use it very often, network goes down, something like that, and you want to print locally, having a flash drive option is awesome. Trying to say Qidi, like shitty. Yeah, I've always pronounced it Qidi Tech. But, okay, we're back. Okay, let's see if we can get through this. English, next. Next. That's not great. I don't think you need to have the flash drive in on first boot up. It doesn't say anything about that. Flash drive's in though, just in case. I don't get it. Look at, so things are working, it's changing, but going next isn't working. I don't understand. That BL Touch is throwing the error, bed too close to bed during startup. It's missing a can of soup. I don't see the BL Touch throwing an error. Like usually if it's throwing an error, it'll blink. I think there's still enough of a gap for not to blink. Can we go in a different language? Nope, it's not specific to English. I don't understand. It's not frozen. Well, it's probably missing the Kansas. Yeah. Dead spot. I don't think it's a dead spot either, because when I'm pressing on next, I see it changing color. Like, look, you can see it, right? Watch. See? Like it's registering a press. So I am very confused as to what's going on here. It looks to me like you can't update it. It looks to me like you can't update it without being able to actually turn on the machine. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe we try updating it. So it says copy the kind of contents of the folder. Here it's saying that it updates. But maybe it updates on boot. Wait for the machine about 20 to 40 minutes? Oh, no. Do you see that? Wait 20 seconds before turning on. Wait for machine update about 20 to 40 minutes. That can't be right. That can't be right. Turn it off and off with that power cable. Okay, I'll try that. All right, so Let's see if we can get to boot. I've turned it on and off without power cable. Turning it on again now. Oh, interesting. So you're thinking maybe it's an issue with the screen being, the screen being compressed by the housing. It's possible. Nope, that's the wrong camera. That's the right camera. I turned it off. Yeah, Ted. We'll try this one more time, and if it does the same thing, we'll see if we can download the latest firmware that came out like 3 days ago, which I don't think's on here. And seeing if we can update it. But yeah, English, next. The housing doesn't look like it would be compressed. Because the board is sort of just floating in the front with 4 screws. Okay, that's not, but we got past it the first time, which is what's weird to me. And then it stopped. So maybe it is just the screen that's, oh! Okay. Turning it off again. It looks like the cable, the screen cable might be, one sec, let me try this. It looks like the screen cable, might not be fully seated on one side. Let me use that flathead that they sent. All right, let's see. I'm not convinced. All right, so next thing let's do is let's update the thing. All right. So basically, I think it's what? Just download Qidi update, unzip it, rename the USB drive to blank. All right. I don't know if I even have a raw extractor on here. Download. Manually moves you down. I can do that as well. Let's just see if this does it really quick here. Show in folder. Extract. Files. Okay. All right. So there's a slicer software. We'll copy this to our desktop before I format it. Let's make sure we're not missing anything. I don't really see what we could be missing, right? Like, I think this is the same. So we did that. We're definitely at 115. We've taken things out. We've removed the foam, powered it on. We've cleaned that. We've moved it back and forth, and that's where we're stuck. So it doesn't look like there's anything else that we should be doing. All right. So let's do a format. This is really aggressive. Let's see. There we go. Okay. USB drive is there. So we want to copy Qidi update. There's a Qidi update inside of a Qidi update. And there's a printer.cfg. All right, let's copy these. I have no idea whether they need to be on, it didn't look like it needed to be on the root. But we're also gonna copy them onto the root just in case. So now we should have 3 files on the root. Yeah, and a folder. All right, let's see if that does anything. Whoa. Oops. All right, let's see what this does. Yeah, so the Beal Touch moved up and down without hitting anything. That's a positive. I don't see it booting into the flash drive. So the thing that is throwing me off, right, is how can it be the screen? So the screen's definitely responsive, right? Like it's working. And up here, like I see the button, right? Like you can see the button registering my finger, so I don't see how that could be doing it. Why do you stream on a separate channel? Long story short, because I didn't feel that everybody that watches short can see the USB activity. LED is even flashing on boot. It flashed. The USB flashed after boot. So like not while I was at the boot up screen, but afterwards. Do you have anything for offset in config? Anything for offset in config? I don't know what you mean. I'm torn. I don't know what to do at this point. It worked once. We at least got past the language. Let me see here. Okay, so download. We renamed the flash drive. We copied the so weird. I think Beal Touch needs an offset. The OS is expecting a file to be there / not be there. Talk about having a brick. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what all to do. Let's see. I do find it odd though that again it seemed to be fine. I doubt it can't be a lid thing. There's not like a lid sensor that's throwing it off. That wouldn't make sense, but let's put the lid on just for fun. The lid go on. Am I doing this wrong? Okay, I'm doing this wrong. It must go like this other way around. Or not, I don't know. Is it warped? Oh, geez. Okay, that is a tight fit. Tight fit on the top. Yay. All right. Putting the flash drive in one more time. Unplugging it for a sec here. I'm also going to move the tool head. close it too for a sec. All right. This is not the adventure that I thought we were gonna be going on so far. I will say that, but I should have known better. Every time I'm like, something will be simple. It'll be so simple. See, the USB activity light is active on when boot. It's not. So right now, there's no light. There's no light. Still no light. There, light's kicking on now. Light was kicking on. I feel like it should already go into the boot, like boot menu if it's going to be flashing. Yeah, we found the USB in the very back. Yeah, we're on the same thing again. I'm like, is it the screen? Like you said, compressed? I just don't see how it can be that. I don't know. Is the screen disconnected from the board? Is it a loose screen cable? Sounds like you didn't unpack the firmware right. Startup script crashed halfway through. Yeah, the music, it's like we're fighting a boss. This is the boss. Oh, that is where the connections are on the back, huh? Sure. We can do that. Maybe a firmware update. Yeah, we're trying to do a firmware update, but it's not doing it from USB. I mean, I'm cool with taking a look at what's around the back. Is there not an equivalent system to adjust on? Wow. I'm waiting. I want to see what the 2.0 is like, Delmar. They announced the Rapido 2.0 like right after I started talking about getting it. So I think I want to wait and see how much of a difference there is between the two and the V1 before I pick up one. All right, let's see what's going on with the... We also need to take this off. Or maybe we didn't need to take that off, but we did. I've had 0 issues with 3 of my Rapidos so far, knock on wood. Nice. Same here, waiting to see Rapido 2.0, but wanted to give you a heads up. What's the sale price? I mean, if it's good enough, maybe I will just get it. I don't know that the Rapido 2.0... I don't know that it actually is going to have increased floating like that. I think I saw someone testing it out, and I can't remember the differences that I saw, but... Okay, so thank you for the banana Gulsifer. All right, let's take a look. Oop. Oop. I'm gonna go to manual focus. So that way it doesn't move. Okay. So this is a X4 V1.1. So it sounds like it's there. Although it's an MKS board. And it's got an eMMC module. We've got Ethernet extension. Is this for the screen? Is it just the USB cable? I'm wondering if this is all the screen is. Wi-Fi is with a Wi-Fi module. So it has a USB module. You guys can't see this that good because I'm blocking the damn light. That's probably a bit better, right? There we go. Yeah. Yeah, unplug the screen and plug it back in. I plugged it into a different USB port. There's two USB ports. So let's see if that did the trick. It looks like the TMC T209s. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a go. Let me... Do I have a long cable? I'm gonna plug it in like this for a sec here and see if that worked. I'll let you guys know. Regular's $80. Nice. That's like, normal's what, 100 or more? Tin wires anywhere in the case. Glasses are broke, so I can't see. Oh no, I can check. All right, it's booting, it's booting. Three drivers, that's weird. I wonder if it's using CAN bus, and that's what this USB is for. Let's see, English. Nope, we're still not moving. So the screen is still not doing what it's supposed to. Let me see if I can follow the screen cable. It is CoreXY. Let's see. Okay, so the cable runs down this side of the panel, it looks like, and then comes out somewhere over here. Whoa. There's a micro SD card slot, so we could reflash the board, but something tells me it's not related to this board and that it's just related to the screen on the front. There's a reset button. There is another USB port that goes, where does this go? Could this be what's going to the screen? Interesting. This might be, no, this must be toolhead. Can that be right? The toolhead's connected. Interesting. It looks like the toolhead's a USB-C cable. Let me see. YouTube, Facebook user almost returnable, but when they put on that front cover over the hot end, could that be crimped? Wait, when you put on that front cover on the hot end, could that be crimped, causing some type of short? I don't think it's a short. It seems like it's either an issue with the touchscreen, touchscreen firmware, because I don't know what they're doing for the touchscreen. Like normally Klipper just uses a sort of rep wrap style screen, or like Klipper screens, what I'm most used to seeing. One sec, I'm removing the front hot end again. No, I don't think anything got pinched. It looks fine. Oops. There we go, it's back on. Yeah, it looks like the tool heads ran over USB-C. one other thing I'm going to do is climb up top and see if there are, let's see, dangerous, getting crazy on a Monday. So it looks like there's only a singular cable. Let me see. Yeah, there's an LED cable and there is a screen cable. The downside is it seems like it's quite tough to get to the screen cable. I can't really show you guys, but it's behind a piece of metal. I think the only way I could probably get to it is if I use like needle nose pliers to pull it out and pop it back in. It's just odd. It's so odd to me that the screen seems to be responding to all the languages, but I can't go up and down on it. Like, I mean, I can't go next on it. Which makes me wonder if it's a firmware thing, like the firmware on it's just kind of glitching on the screen, or if it's completely unrelated. I'm really not sure. Bummed out. Yeah, I agree. It kind of seems more like a firmware issue. There's no other instructions other than their instructions, and I unzipped it. I renamed it to nothing. I mean, that's what it's saying, right? It's saying rename it to nothing. Parentheses, nothing, no name. Remove your name. Or is it saying rename it to space? I don't know. Copy the decompressed file, we did. Contents of the folder, yep. Insert the USB. So, yeah, maybe it has to boot into it first for you to be able to even try to update it. And if that's the case, that makes me think that we need to update it elsewhere. Like, I don't know, maybe there's a different type of file that you can update in before the machine boots up. Shut down and wait 20 seconds before turning on. No, if it's like that, that makes me think that it should be instantly going into it. It shuts down, it boots up, and it goes into it. Okay, let's try. Isn't a screen calibration function a system or whatever is on the XY? We can't even get to the screen calibration function. Like, it has to go through the boot sequence first. The only option it gives us is to choose our language, since we haven't gone through the initial starting sequence. Let me see. Okay, here's a 16 gig flash drive. Let me try it with this flash drive. Does it say to format as FAT32? Doesn't say, but usually FAT32 is what we want. Let's try it again. So let's delete all this. Yes. And just to be certain again, unzip, rename, copy the folder, contents of the folder, insert the USB, pop the update button, update files detected. Huh. Maybe it needs to go through that process? I don't know. Well, let's try dragging the files just like this. Qidi update, USB drive. That's all that we've got on here. Eject. All right. Maybe you need to rename the thumbstick to space and not just empty string. Maybe. That seems like, I feel like that's oddly specific and that it should say that if that's the case, but I'm not above trying that because there is a space there. If this doesn't work, I'm absolutely fine with, hey, honestly, at this point, I'm like, your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. All right, y'all. Woo! Let's boot it. Everybody, stay, I don't know, Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Will it work? Nobody knows. There's no light on this one, so I'll have no idea. Feel like it should already have done it. Yeah, I went past it. Why? Why? All right. We'll rename it with a space. No marbles. No, copy the 3 files, not the folder. I tried 3 files on the previous one. I'm also fine with trying that again, but we've tried both of those things now. I'm fine with copying. There's a problem with drive. Yeah, I'm cool with doing it to the root as well. There's also so this also seems weird to me, right? There's a Qidi update, and then a Qidi update, and then the files. And then the files. Wait, whoa. Wait. That's probably what's breaking it. There's a Qidi update, then there's a Qidi update, then there's a Qidi update. Okay. All right, hold on. There's too many. All right, let's try with 2. What the? All right, let's go back and let's delete. What is the correct number? That's got to be too many. It's looking in a subfolder and it's like, nope. All right, so now try again. All right, that's not working. Someone, who is that? I missed it. Dang it. Hold on, let me, I'll pull that up in a second. Thank you, whoever that was. I heard something about a post-stream drink. Thank you. I have an ice-cold Heineken in the fridge that is calling my name. All right, so inside the update folder is an update folder. So now let's drag it like this. This should bring us down to just 2 update folders. I don't think this is it either. I think so. Update, now it's that. So we'll try this. This seems silly to me. Like, to me, the maximum number of files there should be, or folders would be 1, but we're gonna do it. We're here. We're all in this together. It's a small thing to check, but you would think that they would have their firmware listed correctly. So let's see. Wait, wait, what? You deleted? No. I got it on here. I'll show you guys after. Trust me. Trust me. It was throwing an error. You could connect to the printer through the Klipper website UI, but it's not on the network. The only way I could do that would be if I hook this up via Ethernet, which I don't have the ability to do. Wi-Fi, I need to get on Wi-Fi. Okay, so that looks like English again. All right, turning it off. No. I hear what you're saying. I think it's supposed to be, yeah, they show you dragging the folder onto it. So I'm not entirely convinced the files need to be root. I'm thinking it might be looking for a folder. I'm also not against them being on the root. I just want to run through, it now. So, okay, so this one was 2 folders and an update. So let's try this again. Let's delete it. So we've got update, Now we're gonna drag you. Okay, so now we've got 1 folder and then we've got it. If this doesn't do it, then we'll try the root. And if that doesn't do it, we'll try a space in the name. And if that doesn't do it, I don't think it's in our stars for tonight. So we'll see. Either way, it's always a fun adventure with everybody, so. All right. Oh, yay. Yeah, there's a delay. Yeah, this is just 1 folder. So this is 1 folder, and then the things are inside of that folder. And if this doesn't work, then the next is to try it on the root. And if that doesn't work, then we'll add a space to the folder name like it shows. And if that doesn't work, I give up. It looks like it's doing its thing. If the lights kick on, I think it's too late. Yeah, I think it's too late. I think it's already gone through. Now it's in English again. Okay, so that's not it. So we'll try on the root. If that doesn't work, we'll do space in the name on the root, and then we'll do space in the name, one folder, and then I'm gonna lose my mind. All right. Last. What are the files back? SOC and then UI. So here's the UI. Qidi plus 3 UI. You would think that would boot like instantly and it would update it. Unless there's another, oh, you know what? Hold on. Is there a micro SD card slot? No, I don't see any. On the back side, is that a micro? I'm wondering if that's a micro SD card slot on the back of the screen. It sure as hell wouldn't be easy to access if that is. I'm not sure. All right, here we go. Was this an included USB drive? It's too big. That may cause it not to be accepted. It was not the included USB drive, but it is a 16 gig, and what they included was a 16 gig as well. I'm fine with trying theirs again as well. We can do that for fun. That can be another another variable in our sequence. Please, it isn't. Oh, they're stopping the script because the script didn't complete the first time. What are your suggestions though to stop it? Yeah, I can move the bed down as well. Yeah, we're back at language. It was asking you to repair the drive. Yeah, that didn't do it. No marbles. Okay. All right. So next suggestion is move the bed down and see if there's a sensor that maybe on first boot it's expecting. So we will move it down. I don't think I'll be able to get it as low as it was initially. Actually, no, I lied. Of course I can. Plug a keyboard into the USBs and hit Control-C. Ow, what the hell is that? Please check the extruder Type-C cable. It should be FAT32. It should be FAT32, what we're using right now. You want me to just unplug the USB-C cable? I don't want to go as far as plugging in keyboard to the board in here. At that point, I want to just reach out to the company and see what's going on. Okay, so let me really quickly unplug USB-C. Okay, it's unplugged. Cable itself looks fine. It's a right angle. Plugging that back in. There's a CAN port on here. That's cool. It's not in use. All right, we're trying USB cable into alternative port. Again, everything looks seated nicely back here. Cable, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. All right. It's Linux, they automatically accept a keyboard into the USB. How would I get the error off of it though, Teza? Are you saying that if I plug in a USB cable and hit Control-C, He did format to Path 32, though the allocated size unit wasn't default. Still no luck. Try the screen once powered on. No, same thing. Okay. So you're saying plug keyboard in. What is Control-C gonna do in Linux? I don't know Linux, other than the things that I use in Linux. It's to send a signal which cancels or terminates the currently running program. That's what it does. Okay. Have you hit reset on the board? I have not. I can. There is a reset button. Okay, we'll try that then. If that's, I will power it up, and I will hit Control-C and see if that does it. Let's see. Let me take this. There's a got a. Call then. I'll call the company at this point and call it brick till they get back. Control-C only stops because command to the terminal is logged in. USB, Qidi, and Carl-C should kill sick. Alright, we'll try it. It's pretty much one of the last things I think I'm gonna do before I just say, hey, this is what's going on. What should I do? I need to also figure out which USB cable I need to use because keyboard has two. This one's keyboard, this one is data both ways. Keyboard. Okay, so keyboard's plugged in. Cool, powering it on. Oh, hit the side really hard. No. At what point? Control-C now? Or after? I mean, I can try it again after boot, but... It glitched out before I shut it off, though. It worked for the language. Before I shut it off, it was glitching out. Because English, like it worked, it let me set the language, and then when it started moving, it said make sure that everything's clear, which we did. And then it went to the Z offset, and the Z offset was non-responsive. It was the exact same thing. It's just odd to me again that language works and then nothing. Yeah, not a great start. Not a great start. I mean, you saw what we did. We turned it on, pressed two buttons, and then it became unresponsive right after that. Yeah, I'm thinking there's probably a flash drive on this screen that might need to be reflashed if it's screen related. But I don't know. Could be a cable issue. Yeah, no, it glitched before I reset. I only reset it mid setup because it froze. Like it wasn't doing anything. I pressed all the buttons on the I pressed all of the buttons on the Z offset screen and nothing happened. Nothing was moving. Yeah, the cables look. I don't see anything that looks jacked up on the screen, but there's also again there's a bar that goes across, and I don't know how easy it is to get in there. Before I start tearing things apart, I think I'd rather shoot them an email and kind of see what they say. The way these things work, the screen is a self-contained MCU. I would try flashing the MCU in the screen using the micro SD card on the screen. Yeah, that's okay. So that's what I thought as well, because this doesn't look like it's any form of Klipper screen. It's definitely their own UI, and also on the files that we downloaded, one of the files is named. If I can find it. One of the files is named Qidi +3 UI 5.0. So it only tells me this is the file that is needed to flash the screen. The only thing, like if I saw a visible micro SD card slot, I would pop it in. But from what I'm seeing, it looks like, I mean, I have to move this thing around a bit more, but for me, what it looks like is that the micro SD card, if there is one, which again, I'm sure there is one for the firmware, is on the opposite side of the screen. And so if that's the case, fine, but I don't want to tear it out until they tell me to tear it out and show me what are the right screws to remove, because I don't want to screw it up. Like I don't want to purposefully screw it up more than it's screwed up right now. So I think we'll wait until we see what they end up doing. I suggest using the USB drive that came with it in the packaging. Hook up to Pro interface. The scripted startup file with settings. If it didn't close that file, the OS would error when the file name exists, but there is no file. Yeah, it seems to be a clone of the UP3000. The screen. We can try, for fun, we can try their USB, since that's what everyone thinks. We can try their USB, and we can also add a space to the name of it. But yeah, I'm getting close to calling it. I feel like at this point we're kind of just throwing stuff at the wall. All right, so this is we're gonna format it. FAT32. Someone said 16 is not default. What's the default then? Maybe the updates file should be for the max 3, not the +3. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They have the wrong. This is the X Max. This is the X Plus. Oh no. Could it be that... Did they swap them? Or they did just not have it. They don't have it public. That's that's a good point. Well, I downloaded what they had in the right in the folder, but yeah, I didn't even notice that the naming is wrong. So either they named it wrong, or they uploaded the wrong thing, possibly. Okay, this only has printer.cfg. I don't think they have their I don't think they have their UI files posted on here. They just have their slicer, and so yeah, their Cura fork, and then the actual Klipper firmware. It is nice to see though that they apparently do have their Klipper firmware on here. Did they add? No, I don't know. Police files never include a search. We tried putting the printer back in the box and taking it out again. Yeah, I mean, we did the right thing. We went to the XMax, and there's only one place to click, which is here. Please call this number. Please call this phone number. I'm not going to call that phone number. What's going on? Extract files. Yes. Open.
Bummer, but a funny mistake from them.
Hey, Benjamin. Thank you very much for the $2 donation. Bummer, but a funny mistake from them. Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, I don't think that showing it has to be done from the UI. Yeah, so I see that too from the UI, like the UI detects it, but it seems like all it's really doing is a reboot sequence. Like it turns off the machine, it tells you to wait 20 seconds, then does it. So, did you load the MP4 file? Yeah, that phone number wasn't there before, was it? I'm like, YOLO, this is Dan. Oh man. All right, we'll do, for fun, we'll do one last thing, which is just go to this USB flash drive, we'll format the flash drive one last time, we'll put a space in it to match what they showed, we'll do a quick format, leave everything like that. Wait, did I not do it? Oops. No! Oh, it's been fun. Warning, yes. All right. So I think that it belongs probably on the root and not in a folder, just because generally speaking, that's the way it's been for every 3D, I think every 3D printer I've ever used basically, other than, I guess on the screen, sometimes it is in a folder, but let's just try it on the root. I'm not holding my breath. Look at the CFG file and see if it's for the Max or the Plus. That's not a bad idea, actually. That one's definitely the wrong one. Downloads. No. Are they using CAN bus on this? No, that's not. No, that's uncommon too. Make flash. This looks pretty generic. I guess if we go down to even just the build volume, like XYZ Max, X Max, max distance 325. So that's right. That's this printer. So they at least have the right config file, because the smaller versions, I think you said 275 earlier. So, all right. Oops, I should have probably turned this off first. All right, y'all. Did you rename the file? The drive. I did rename the drive. It has a space in it. I'm not renaming the file. I don't think, because of the way it is, I don't know that the file name matters. I mean, I know on Big Tree Tech it has to be firmware.bin, but a lot of times it just grabs like a .bin file, whatever's there. It's running Klipper, yeah. First line says max 3. Oh, great. Yeah, it's running Klipper. I thought I said, yeah, there's a delay. Longer than normal. As soon as I get done here, I will send them an email instantly. Just saying, hey, guys, we can't get past the screen. And then I'll send them this video. Look in the Google Drive again, they're trying to communicate. Wait, it's just... Wait. Mamba, please call Qidi. They are trying to communicate. That's funny. Call Qidi. That's amazing. I don't even know how to call that number. How do you call a number like that? Through... That's amazing. Yeah. That's so good. All right, well, clearly they're watching the stream, so they know at least what's going on or have a recommendation. I'm not going to call them on stream. I also have never called an international number like that, so... ETA on the sequel to this? I don't know. I mean, Wednesday we stream again, but it's the Boron build. And the family's coming out tonight. That's so funny. Live phoning China. That sounds, I want to be able to listen and understand. And I don't want to do it on stream. Have them talk you through it through the main chat. It would be cool if they were in Discord. If Qidi was in Discord or something like that. Check text file. No, it just says call. It just says, it's just their phone number again. The phone call would be amazing content. I don't know. It's like more than I felt like, more than I was ready for today. All right, let me get a drink of water, see what's going on with Aaron, and figure it out. We'll be right back on stream. Mute everything. See if they have a 2-minute suggestion. Yeah, let me mute my mic really quick and go talk to Aaron for 1 second, and then maybe we'll be. Okay, I think you guys should be able to hear me. So, I I got an email from them, and the email just basically says that they're checking on it. So I'm going to see what they say. Can't bat that for prompt action on problems. Yeah, so I'm gonna see what they say, and we'll go from there. I don't know when, because Wednesday we are continuing the Voron 0.2 build, and family's in town. I don't know that we'll be able to do another stream this week, so the update might end up coming in the form of like a, hey, here's what's going on in Discord, or it might happen in the final review, or like I'll talk about it Wednesday. So if anyone's coming and hanging out for the V0.2 stream, I'll let you know if it's up and running or whatever. But yeah, I went on to talk to Aaron right now, and I had said originally I was going to call it at 8, and it's 8:05. Because family's coming tomorrow, I'm going to help out with giving baby bath, dog needs bath, and we got to eat dinner. So I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Of course, I thought that we were going to be up and printing within an hour. This time, I don't think it was my talking that caused the delays, but clearly there's something going on. It might be as simple as, again, there's a bug in the firmware. It needs to be reflashed, and I'm not reflashing it correctly. But it's not working in its current state, so we'll see, and I will update everybody. And I appreciate everybody for hanging out and troubleshooting and laughing and seeing the just seeing the way it's been going, which has been rough. The machine hardware-wise looks fairly nice. I'm excited to definitely dive into it more, but again, the firmware clearly is an issue. Are they in chat now? They put a Skype email in the text file. Are they in this chat? Were they in this chat? I haven't seen... I can't get much more than live than this. I haven't seen any update. Best benchy I've ever seen. Well, Jack said he didn't want to see a benchy or anything. He didn't want me to print anything that was just like a little trinket. He wanted something real engineering, so or something that was functional. So that's what's going on. But yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes. Again, I appreciate everyone hanging out. It was a Monday. But again, thanks everyone. I will update hopefully soon. If I get this thing just somehow working tonight, like it's something simple, I'll let everyone know. But for right now, we're on standstill, and there's something going on with either firmware or the screen is glitching out, and we'll cross that bridge later. But I'm gonna bow out.